Ours is a long story, and it begins far away. Our father, Giovanni Bucci, was born in Fiume into a Catholic family of Istrian origin. He met our mother, Mira, in Fiume in 1928. They fell in love and, 7 years later, married. Mira, born in 1908 into a Jewish family, had arrived in Fiume as a child with her parents, Moisha and Rosa Perlo, our adored Nonna Rosa, whom we grew up with until Auschwitz tore her from us. Nonna Rosa was born in 1883 into a family, the Farberows, who were then living in Vidrinka, a town on the border between Ukraine and Russia. According to her passport, which included her children, at the time of her birth and that of her children, Vidrinka belonged to Russia. When she was a child, Russian, along with Yiddish, obviously, was the language spoken at home. Around 1910, we don't know the exact year, Nonna, who had married Moisha Perlo, left Vidrinka with her new family, almost certainly because of one of the many pogroms against the Jews that were raging throughout Eastern Europe at the time. Thus began a long period of wandering over the continent, a complicated journey that meant crossing borders and nations, passing through frontiers, and peoples often hostile to the Jews. This was Europe in the early 20th century, not long before the First World War broke out. The family traveled on horse-drawn carts, several generations together. Our great-grandparents, Lazzaro and Leah Farborough, whose remains we found years ago in the Jewish cemetery in Fiume, and their children, Nonna Rosa with her husband, Moisha Perlo, our great-aunt Rebecca with her husband, Solomon Plotkin, the Farboroughs' 4 other children, and a crowd of grandchildren and cousins. This large group stopped for a short period in Hungary, where some relatives of Moisha Perlo owned or managed a candy factory. But it was a brief stop. Almost immediately, the caravan decided to keep going.